Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're reviewing Over to the Abandoned Sacred Beast, episode 12, Those Who Seek. Now, someone needs to let me know in the comments down below, was this the last episode of the season? Like, are we done for right now? Because I've seen somebody in the comments say, this is the last episode, sad to see it go, but, I mean, they really played it up like that in the end, but I mean, I don't know. I thought this would have at least like 20, maybe 24, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you know for certain, but this was a hell of a way to end the season if it was, because Cain is busted as shit. I'll literally go over all of the powers we've seen. He probably has more than that. And just his strategy, like, he's legit smart, so, I don't know. We got to see Super Saiyan God frickin' Hank going out here, but it wasn't even enough to finish Cain, so we'll see where it goes from here. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into this video, gang. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if y'all do enjoy the video. And check out the description. We got new links down there for the Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
So we start the episode off with a little girl here. We finally get to see her power. She is a necromancer. She's bringing people back from the dead. So she's literally a necromancing lolly. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. We cut into the intro and title card here, Those Who Seek. And then we get right back into the action when Hank and Miles are going at it here. And Miles says, oh, but you're not lost, but I am, like, you're picking and choosing here because you're just as lost as me. I seen your face on the battlefield in that white church. And that's when Hank lures him into his trap, hits him with his own spear, and cannon squad goes off. He's like, well, that hurt, but he can obviously regenerate. But he doesn't regenerate because his body gets erupted in like poisonous gas, and a bunch of their troops die as well. And we find out that they researched a new weapon off the Hydra corpse body, and he's just sitting there in an own pile of his like poison, just regenerating and then exploding again. So it's just like, what can you do? And he tells him, make sure you play with Cain before we meet again. And play with Cain he did, because Cain comes in here and just starts fucking shit up. Okay, so let's go over this. Because Cain is busted. He's transparent. Objects go through him, so, like, he can't be hit, pretty much, by regular means. He can grab people and control them. Turn them into a puppet, pretty much. Explode bodies with blood volcanoes. Let me rephrase that. He touches them and all the blood explodes their head and shoots up. We then get, he can turn invisible. He can maybe warp. I wasn't sure about that. And mirages. And that's just a little bit we've seen in this episode, So it's just like, holy shit. But, Claude is sitting here ready to fight, so Claude's gonna fight him. But let's be real here, Claude didn't put up much of a fight. Hank ended up saving his ass right as he almost got taken over by Cain. Literally to the point to where Cain was just like, no. And Claude says here, this can't be true, because Cain says this was all just a diversion. My true plans were in the south. They're becoming my allies as we speak. And he tells him, he's like, that can't be true. And he's like, oh, because the treaty they were supposed to be in with you? Well, they're all hanging around right now. And we cut over to a panel of the south of San Alta, the capital, and they're all just hanging up there by strings and shit. We get right back into the Cain and Hank fight, and Cain tells him here, he's like, shouldn't you be thanking me since I'm the one who killed Elaine, who created all of the things you hate? So that was a pretty good moment right there. And then we cut into something that I am speculating, since Cain has this mirage ability where he can make a bunch of clones of himself. Maybe, which I thought this was a mirage, but it's actually clones because he attacks with them. Maybe he's still manufacturing, like, you know, little stuff here and there. And he goes to attack Skull here, and he's pissed off. And he has a flashback of Elaine, just like Skull, so it gets him even more pissed. And that's when we get Super Saiyan fucking Hank versus Cain. And Cain gets knocked down here. He goes down, but he doesn't go out, you know, like he's not down for the count by any means. But we get over with that fight. Hank and Cain, well, Cain runs away pretty much. He's just like, you know, my time here is done. And we find out that they are the strongest nation in Patria, and they are the biggest. And, you know, everybody's been recalled back to the capital, so that's the end there. Hank and Skull go off on their own to the end credits and have a cute little moment, and then at the very end of the episode, Cain is sitting there with Elaine. And he's like, are you watching, Elaine? The new world that you didn't want us to build? So, I don't know where it's gonna go, gang. I don't know. I'm satisfied with the end, but then again, I'm like, oh man, I feel like we could use one more episode just like of calming everything back down. It was kind of a quick little cool off from going from going so high up to 2 minutes later being done. So, I don't know. I enjoyed it though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.